you create an account in Scratch and log in, you get your own personalized landing page or home page in Scratch. However, your page changes depending on how long you've been a Scratcher. I've been a Scratcher for over 10 years, so I probably have more things showing up on my page than you will initially if you're a first-time Scratcher. On your home page, you'll always see what's happening, and it will show you things that have been done by Scratchers that you are following. To the right are Scratch News. There's usually 3 items, and you can click on View All to view more items. On Wiki Wednesday, there are new forum posts. There's a new Scratch Design Studio that you can look at and see starter projects that other people have made and perhaps remix one of their projects. And then Wiki Wednesday, since today's Wednesday. Then you will see featured projects. These are projects that have been selected for featuring, and they're a good place to look at when you want to see the potential of Scratch. Featured studios. These are collections, and they usually have a category, and then people can save projects that are designated for that category. So these are also a good source for looking at potential projects. And you can always use the right arrows to scroll through to see more in each of these categories. Then if you are favoriting Scratchers, you might see, or following them, you might see projects that they are curating or doing. Next we have the Scratch Design Studio, where you can remix a starter project. Projects by Scratchers I'm following, and these are people that know or I like their projects, and so I've chosen to follow them, and I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. Projects loved by Scratchers I'm following. Projects and studios I'm following. What the community is remixing, and we'll learn more about remixing later in the class, and what the community is loving. If you decide to look at any of these, I'm going to go look at Scratch Design Studio and take a quick look at DJ Scratch Remix. I'd click on the project thumbnail, and this will show me the project. It had to be shared so that I could see it. And then there are directions here. Press Z, X, C, or V, B, and N to mix sounds. So I'll click on the green flag to start it and press some of the keys. And then I can click on the stop sign to stop it. If I like this one, I can click on the heart or the star. It also tells me how many times it has been viewed. I can also comment on it if I want to. Scratch has a user policy where you can report if somebody is making comments that are inappropriate, and I really have not seen that. If you have a studio of your own where you'd want to send this project or a link to this project, you could do this. You can copy the link if you want to send this project to somebody else to view, and they don't even have to have a Scratch account. They can just click on the link and they can view this project, or you can report the project if there's inappropriate information in it. You can also choose to remix, which is a way to make your own copy, and you can see inside to look at the code, and we'll do all of that later. You can also click on the name of the Scratch user or their Scratch username and see more about what they have been doing. You could also click follow if you want to follow this, and then any projects that they do will show up on your home page and you can look at those. I'm going to go back to my home page. and show you a couple of other things that are in your Scratch account automatically. You have a message area, so if somebody leaves you a message about a project, or if somebody remixes any of your projects, that will show up here. I'll click on My Message. And then I can go in and see if they remix something that I did. I can look at it, and then I can look at theirs, and I can also give them feedback. Next to the message is My Stuff. That's all the projects that you've been working on in Studios, but that's also available under the drop down by your Scratch username. I can go here to look at My Stuff. This shows me all projects, whether I've shared them or not. So my shared projects, I have 61, unshared 83, Studios, and we'll learn more about Studios later, but this is just a way to have a collection of projects, and then of course your trash. Every time you work on something in Scratch, even if you don't want to save it necessarily, it will save it automatically. And so periodically I will go through my stuff and clear it out a little bit. So I'm just going to delete a few of these. If you've shared it, it shows that you have shared your project, and it also gives you the option to add it to any of your studios that you have created. It doesn't take it out of your My Stuff, it just kind of puts a copy of it that is linked to your original project. So it's like your project can be in many places at the same time, and if you make a change in one spot, it's changed in another spot. And then the See Inside will also get you to the code so that you can see inside the code. I'm going to flip over to My Studios real quick just to show you. I have a couple sample ones that I've created that I will probably end up deleting. And then I have some that I've made for Coder Dojo, Nuboco, and I've also made some for students groups that I've worked with. I've put projects in there that I want them to be able to look at and to remix if they want to. So this is just a quick overview of what you have in Scratch, and I'm going to go back to my main Scratch screen. I would recommend that when you first get on Scratch that you look at some of the featured projects and featured studios.